Hi everyone, hi guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. For being here, thank you. We are very happy to have you here. Today we are going to be talking about lessons from my 20s. So for those of you, my lips are dry. Yeah, that is a lot better. Okay, I'm getting off track. So for those of you who don't know, I am currently 22 years old. I'm a Gemini. Just interesting conversation starters or topics. I'm drinking tea right now, rooibos, no sugar, no milk, just the way that I like it. Now, anyways, guys, I want to show you guys my jewelry before we start because I think it's really cute. So I have flowers at the bottom, and then I got flower. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a little flower there as well, and then just the gold. So I actually have my laptop here with me because I had to just note everything down to make sure I don't miss anything. I'm just gonna start off by giving you guys some context. My 20s mean a lot to me, right? Because I feel your 20s are the stepping stones. They're the foundation for the rest of your life. And I take that very seriously. I take having the ability and the opportunity to literally be anything you want in the world, you know what I mean? And you can build on that. I feel that your 20s are a place where you can lay good foundation, you know? Figure out exactly what you like. Might not be what you'll be doing for the rest of your life. I'm thinking about, who am I? What do I like? What don't I like? Figuring out who you are. I grew up as a very assertive person. I always knew what I wanted and I always knew what I liked, but I wouldn't say I exactly knew what I didn't like because I didn't really try things that I didn't like. I see my 20s as for me. My 20s are for me, for myself. I've already made that decision when I turned 20 that I am going to be selfish, intentionally selfish with my 20s, because my 20s are for me in different relationships in my life, in terms of friendships, romantic relationships, family relationships. I am prioritizing myself in those relationships, and I'm doing it consciously now, and I'm doing it actively. And when I say these words, I don't want you guys to think like, oh, like selfish and, you know, not considerate and not really investing themselves in relationships unless it's to serve themselves. And that's the thing, like, being selfish doesn't mean I'm inconsiderate, you know? For me, being selfish means that I am saying this is what I want, and if this is not giving me what I want, if this is not making me feel the ways that I want to feel, which is good, feel joy, feel happiness, feel like something that's going to be sustainable, something that I can rely on, then it's not going to stay in my life. I just started realizing that a lot of the things that I'm doing are to my detriment and they are to my expense. And as much as I feel like, no, it'll be better this way, but not really asking the question of, okay, it'll be better, but who would it be better for? I've been very strict with that. What exactly do I want from my 20s? You know, the relationships that I want, the careers that I want for my 20s, the type of person that I want to be. It's already so much. Like, I'm giving myself a full decade, guys. A full decade to lock in, as the as we would say, lock in. And I'm very happy with where I'm at now, and I'm incredibly happy with all the progress that I've actually made since 20. I know I'm only 22. I'm literally still in like a beginning in these 20s, but I'm happy with the strides that I've made. I'm very proud of myself. I hold a lot of respect for myself for the last 2 years that I've experienced as a 20-something in this modern generation in South Africa. I always say that your mind is your home, and you need to make your home a place where you want to live. So I'm truly now building a home in my mind. Like, my mind is now becoming a home where I actually want to be, where I want to live, because I literally can't live in another mind. I'm really excited to see how this home progresses and how it Now, how it now keeps me safe, and how it brings me joy, and how it lets me process grief and loss and shame and regret and resentment, just experiencing and processing all of the emotions on every spectrum in all different kinds of intensities. I want to call it my self-care journey more than it is my self-discovery journey. In my self-care journey and being there for myself and prioritizing myself, I have 7 lessons, which I have now on my laptop, that I am going to share. Please, this is not advice. This is not advice. Noise. Nice. This is just me sharing the lessons that I've learned from my life, from the experiences that I've had. Lesson number 1, standing up for myself. This one was a tough lesson. Throughout my life, I'd always be in leadership roles because I am a leader. In those roles, you generally have to stand up for others. You know what I mean? You need to provide platforms for people to be able to put forth their voices. And in very dire cases where they feel that they can't put them forth on their own, you kind of have to step in and carry their voices. I was doing it so much to make sure that other people are all right that I was literally forgetting that I need to check that if I'm all right. I remember in grade 10, I had I wouldn't say a crash out, but I had a full-on breakdown. Just shattered basically my ideas of reality. And that was the first time I realized I actually need to stand up for myself. Not having to have someone else to back me up. Because usually when you're a leader, there's someone else there who kind of supports your ideas and everything. But being able to stand up on my own, fight for an idea that I feel was important, that I didn't have to place importance on because others feel that it's important, that by virtue of me feeling that it's important is enough. What did standing up even look like for me? You know what I mean? Standing up for me is just, you get that feeling inside of you no man, this doesn't feel right. This is not making me feel good. To be able to stand up for yourself and say, hey, you did this. It's not making me feel good. I don't like it. We talk about how we can resolve this because it's not the one. That was standing up for me. It requires a lot of vulnerability, and I feel that's also a big barrier when people are experiencing conflict, and stand sturdy on it and not have to feel like I'm doing something wrong for thinking this is wrong, or feel bad because I'm saying something about it, or feel bad because the person I'm saying it to is now feeling bad about it. It's really difficult. Even till this day, I still battle with it. It's just so empowering to know that it was said. I don't know, for me, I've found so much peace in knowing I've said it. Something was wrong and I said it, and that is enough for me, because you don't always get the resolution, let's be honest. I've been practicing that a lot more in my 20s, and I'm very happy that I've started making that a practice and a habit in my life, because it really also helps me to not bury those emotions and not hold on to those emotions and kind of let them build and fester in me. Some people might call it a trauma response, but I do like to talk about everything. I've lived a lot of my life not talking about the things that hurt me. So now being able to talk about the things that hurt me and being able to be vulnerable without feeling like it's a weakness or I'm losing my power or my standing or my leverage by being vulnerable is a really big deal for me. So I will continue to always practice it loud and proud about it, because there was a time when I didn't have that, and now I do. Lesson number 2 is that things are going to change. You can't expect to feel the same when you're becoming something you've never been before. You can't feel the change. You know what I mean? Things are going to constantly change. You're about to do something. You're going to do something new. So you always feel these feelings of fear, of anxiety when you're going to do something new, because you don't know how it's going to feel. You don't know how it's going to make you feel. I don't even want to talk about you don't know what it's going to happen or whatever. You don't know how it's going to make you feel. And that is where the fear and anxiety comes from. But once you start getting comfortable with the idea that, listen, if this is my life now, and this is how I want my life to be, there's no ways you can keep doing the same things. You have to get over that fear. You're going to have to get over that anxiety, because things are going to change. In fact, things have to change. Things must change, because the life that you're living now and the life that you want, if it's not the same, things must change. As I go through different cycles of like something new and having that fear and anxiety, I think of it like a mountain. Like, here's a mountain, here's a mountain, and then there's like a pit, right? The fear and anxiety is it's the board that connects the two. So something old to something new. Like, the fear and anxiety is the board that connects that thing, and you have to walk that board to get to the other side. Fear and anxiety is not a sign to stop or a sign to say no. It's kind of a sign to be like, okay, you're feeling fear, you're feeling anxiety, it's something new. Just proceed with caution, but proceed. You're not going to ignore the fact that you're feeling fear and anxiety. I'm feeling this fear and anxiety. I identify where it's coming from. I realize what it is. And then I continue doing that thing. Maybe instead of going a lot, I do a little bit, instead of going all at once. Fear and anxiety of things changing is not a sign of no. It's just a sign of something new. The only thing that's constant in life is that change will happen. So you kind of got to get comfortable with it. You really do. And I think it's also difficult sometimes when things are changing for the worse. Because then it's like, yo, things are changing and it's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Big man thing, yeah? It's not looking good, Bev. It's not looking good.
But then I always realize that you have the opportunity to try again. Yes, lesson number 3. How great is the opportunity, by virtue of you existing, to try again. Guys, what? You can try again. Wow, guys. Like, you can try again. If something flops, it's sharp, because you know why? You can try again. You can start over whenever. You can always start over. If you feel like something is going and you feel like yatekateka man, like I guess sure it's not giving what I thought it was gonna give, you can literally try again. Mind you, you'll actually be better for it, because now you've already tried it once. So you've already seen the type of obstacles and challenges you kind of need to be thinking about. That when you try again, it is so much easier to get over those challenges and obstacles and handle the next challenges and obstacles if they may be there. Let's say you fail a year in uni. You can do the year again. That is starting again. You just do the year again, because you can start again. You can try again. Say you do a degree, you finish the degree, you don't like the working environment, you can do another degree. It's not too late. And that actually, I wouldn't say it pisses me off, but it really is like, whenever someone's like, no, it's too late. Too late for what? Like, who said that?
Who said that?
Nah, I'm in my 50s. I can't get another degree. It's too late. What? Guys, I have people in my degree right now who are over 30. I have people in my degree who have families. If you want it, by virtue of you wanting, it's enough. Like, you can go do it. If you feel inside of you, no man, I want to do this thing, that's enough. You can go do it. Do the resources, but that comes from the feeling of I want to do something. Then you start setting up the plans, strategies, etc., etc. Like, wow, guys, start over. You can try again. The world is your oyster. There's no limit. There's no saying, okay, if you have one failed business, you can't do another business. You can fail 5 times, guys. Trust me, I know. You can fail 5 times, guys, and you can still do it again. Because by virtue of you wanting to do it means that it can be done by you. Lesson number 4 is what is ready. So I'm going to start with this quote. Can't keep waiting for you to be ready, because being ready is not a feeling, it's a decision. Oh, they ate. Inside those feelings of anxiety and fear, you're not feeling ready, are you? You're feeling like, let me actually go back. Like, let's backtrack. Or let's not even start at all. Being ready is a decision. Start that business when I've done 1, 2, 3. Or I'm gonna start this business when I'm ready, because I still need this and I still need that. Start. Just because you start doesn't mean you have to finish in the same breath. Like, you just need to start. Don't have to finish immediately. And the thing about starting is that you start by starting, hey? You start by starting. I know it's difficult because studying is so painful. But you can literally just decide to be like, today I'm ready. Just let everything else fall into place. You'll be waiting forever if you're waiting to be ready. Lesson number 4 is probably one of my favorites, but it is accepting yourself. Guys, accept yourself, hey? Brutally, honestly, in your entirety, everything. You need to accept yourself. Accept yourself not now where you are. Accept yourself from the past. Accept yourself now and accept yourself in the future. Oh, guys, acceptance will set you free. I feel in the time when I was basically existing only as the idea in other people's minds, accepting myself really freed me. Like, it opened up the jail cell for me. Like, ideas of others are an expectation that I had to fulfill. But when I was able to accept myself, it was like, this expectation doesn't even matter. Like, I don't want to go out this weekend because my hair is not done like this. What will people think? I want to date yet because, I want to get fit first and be strong before I can go. Accept yourself. Being brutally honest with yourself. And I think the biggest challenge is actually accepting who you were. As I was learning how to forgive myself in the past, I was also learning grace, because I was like, okay, like, I'm still going to make mistakes. Even now, after I realize all these things and my head has become this big, this knowledge and wise thing, I need to really be ready to forgive myself for that. Like, I can't hold that on, wait for it to become shame, and then forgive myself later for it. Like, I need to do it now. And that's what I feel grace is. I feel like grace is active forgiveness. Acceptance, honestly, is forgiveness. And grace is actively forgiving yourself. I used to be very hard on myself, guys. Whew, girl, the imposter syndrome. And then like, it was never hungry with me around. Imposter syndrome. But now, I've already even forgiven myself for things in the future. But also realizing that that person was so necessary for you to become the person that you are now. So every time someone says, oh, I think that you're really considerate, or I think that you're such a nice person, or I think you're such a good person, I really like this about you, I like that about you. For me, I don't see it just as a compliment of who I am now. I literally take that and I also give it to different versions of myself that I used to be. It has made those compliments, like, it's made them sacred. I didn't do this by myself. It was every version of myself before the version that I am now has also contributed to the person that I am now. And everything that I receive now, everything that I achieve, everything that I do, everything that I work hard to achieve, it's like, I'm not just doing it for myself, and it's not just for the person that I am now. It's for every version of myself that has ever existed. And it's so exciting, because then you think about how in the future it'll be for every version that is yet to come. I say this all the time whenever anyone needs advice about doing things or themselves and everything, or they're worried about who they're going to become, and they're worried about what's going to come of them and what's going to happen. Guys, you have every single thing, like everything you need in you right now to become what you want to be. And don't ever doubt that. You might not see it now, you might not see it in 5 years, you might not see it in a decade, But everything you have right now is everything you will need to become the person that you want to be. Because one, the fact of that idea existing in you already tells you that you are capable. Number two, by knowing that you're going in that direction is going to bring everything that you need on that journey to get where you want to be. When people speak about, like motivational speakers or celebrities, they speak about their careers and their dreams and everything. What I've realized as a theme that comes forward is that they never stopped pursuing that specific dream. But yeah, anyways, back to the point. Accept yourselves for who you are, and please realize that you are an amazing being and that your existence matters, your ideas matter. Lesson number 6 is you know what's best for you, and if not, you need to learn. What do I mean by that? I mean that as children, our parents know what's best for us. And we grow up our whole lives essentially in that like frame or structure, if I can put it. Until then we start realizing, okay, no, wait, like I have a differing idea from what this person is telling me, like what this parental is telling me. I don't see it the same. Then you start, developing a sense of self, etc., etc. As life goes on, you're going to learn what is best for you. You're going to learn what feels better for you, what doesn't feel great for you, because you are the only person who has lived the experiences that you lived the way that you've lived them. You, as you get older, like you need to start highlighting that role in your life. It's the weekend on FML. Only I can mention me. And what's best for you, and you need to stand on it, babe. Get your big girl boots on and stand on business 10 toes. But now I'm talking about like 16 and above, kind of. No, like 16, 18 is developing, but like 18, 19, 20, like there around about. You're allergic to something and someone is telling you, please take this thing. You need to know that, okay, I know what's best for myself. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, whether people are telling me, no, don't do it, no. Start learning the things that you like, no, like, yeah. How khonagale shame.
Shame.
I think it's important not just to protect your sense of self, but also to know yourself that much. Such a beautiful thing to know yourself, to know like what's like, I know what's best for me and this is not best for me. Because it also lets you be able to realize when you're in situations that are not good for you, and being able to switch from, okay, like I'm in a place that's not good for me, to getting out of that place. I think it really serves a very big purpose, knowing what's best for you. People are in situations, this isn't right, guys, like that are really, really not okay. And they are not standing up because they are being told and being fed these ideas that no, where they're sitting it's sharp, where they're sitting it's lavish, like it's actually the top tier spot to be, like number 1 draft. Kanti, you're chowing crumbs, but you can't even clock that you're chowing crumbs. Guys, when you realize, when it clocks to that shit, I'm eating crumbs, thinking I've been eating a whole loaf, it will rock you to your core. But that rocking is necessary. You need to start developing and learning and knowing what is best for you, because it'll really help you not to be in situations that don't align with who you are, align with where you want to go, align with who you want to be. And it will give you the support and the courage to clock it, number 1, but 2, to get up out of there, Lesson number 7, last but not least, is that trying isn't failure. Trying is not failure. Sometimes when you want to try something new, you always never want to try it because you're like, what if it flops? Yay! You mustn't go in with expectations. Big difference between having an expectation versus just having an idea of something. Expectations are these language of you should, you must, you ought to be. Like, what if I don't want to be all those things? As opposed to having an idea of like, okay, no, hopefully this and this happens, whatever. The act of trying is not failure, guys. Just because you try something and it doesn't go how you wanted it to go or how you maybe hoped it would go, doesn't mean that you're wrong for trying. You can't shame or place regret on that decision because you tried something new that you hadn't tried before. But it's the way that like these ideas in society have kind of like brought us up that you must get things on the first try. There's no failing here. You must be successful. All these different ideas. And embarrassment is the prize. If it flops, my guy. It's fine. You keep it pushing because like that other lesson, you can try again and or you can start over. And you need to accept yourself for who you are and the failures and the wins. You can't be angry at yourself for trying something new. How are you gonna know? All of these should have maybe, because some people will be like, they'll try something like, I should have tried that other thing. How are you gonna know that you should have tried that other thing if you didn't try it? How are you gonna know? Like, always try. Always try. Always try something new. Always try something new. My feeling on maybe like trying things that you already tried before in the past, that's a whole different conversation, because then those ones become case by case. That one requires a lot of context. Try that new burger. Don't order the same burger the whole time. And if you're disappointed, it's fine. I imagine it tasted so good that you actually disregard your normal burger order, but you wouldn't know because you didn't give yourself the space. You didn't give yourself the opportunity. You didn't give yourself the grace to try that new burger. Men who don't know they're gay just suck a little dick. You know, I see it as like a door. And you don't know what's behind the door. But trying is opening the door to see what's in there. To go is to see. But in order to see, you must go. Those are my last words. And that is my final lesson. I'm feeling very good with everything that I'm learning and the person that I'm becoming. You know, I've made peace with the person and all the different versions that I was. And I am very happy with the person that I am. And I am incredibly excited to see the person that I become. I think it's so cool to live, to experience life. You know what I mean? Like, all of these things that I've been speaking about in this video are from lived experience. It is so cool and so amazing to me that I'm going to live many other experiences in a plethora of different contexts. And I'm going to gain different things from those experiences. Like, how will I experience eating an ice cream now in my 20s versus in my 30s versus in my 40s versus in my 50s, 60s, and beyond? You know? How will I experience having a romantic relationship in my 20s versus in my 30s versus in my 40s, my 50s, my 60s, and beyond? Some of them are not always good, which is fine. We cannot always have good experiences. Even the bad, it's fine. I'll take it because I get to experience something new. I get to experience something that I hadn't before, or I get to experience the same thing but have a completely different outlook on the situation after experiencing it a second, third time. And I just think it's so cool that we are able to do these things, like seeing where I go, you know, the journey and where it takes me, man. That has been lessons in my 20s that I have learned, that I will always continue to learn and continue to practice. And I want to say thank you for sitting along. If you come this far, leave a crown emoji in the comments so I can clack you. I will see you guys in the next video. You guys already know the setup. Sundays at 6 p.m. It's your girl. That's time for you and I. That's our time. That's what I'm saying. That's our date. That's our daytime. Our next date is on Sunday. The next Sunday at 6 o'clock. I will see you there because I will be here. Bye.